Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. As you can see here, just got done with a trading session here on September 30th, Friday. Last trading session before the weekend here, up about $58 or so. So not a bad return. Overall, the Dow is up almost 0.91%, 165 points. The S&P 500, Nasdaq up 0.8% each as well. Over the last week, as you remember, I had that big downturn on Thursday. Lost quite a bit of money. Made a little bit of that back, but still down about 1242 for the week. And over the last month, it's been quite volatile. A lot of rebounds and then downtrends, rebounds, downtrends. And I expect this is probably going to be the norm, at least through the election cycle here, maybe even into early next year. I'll kind of have to see how that plays out. Overall, if you look through my stocks here, a lot of green, especially up in the healthcare sectors here, consumer goods. The only real hits I had today were in my telecoms here, AT&T and Verizon. Both of these trended out a bit here today. 0.3% for AT&T, 0.27% for Verizon. And my energy stocks here as well. CenterPoint Energy went down 1.48%. Not a great day for CenterPoint. Then Southern down about 1.44% as well. But otherwise, gas, oil stocks up 0.1%. And over the last week, this has made me a nice little profit here, 4.44%. Scrolling up to the top as well, quite a few dividends here as well, as you can see, that are coming in, or at least two of those. Just a little bit of news here as well from the market. What I kind of wanted to talk about today was investing in what are known as business developed companies. So these are companies that are essentially public traded companies, have very high dividend yields, and what they do is try to essentially return all their profit to investors in the form of dividends. So they're essentially companies that have leveraged portfolios of higher yielding leveraged loans, and some of them even have bonds as well, kind of junk bonds, high yield bond funds. So I kind of want to take a look at some of these companies. As you can imagine, having such high dividend yields, and some of these dividend yields can be 10, 15, even up to 20%. Having such high dividend yields means that these companies are quite volatile. So if you're an investor that can't really stomach having your stock go up and down by, at sometimes a quarter of the total price, sometimes even 50% of the total price, and sometimes these companies even go out of business and simply return to the investor a fraction of the money that was originally invested or what the stocks were bought for. So quite volatile, quite risky, but the dividend yield, if you can kind of stomach all that and hang on to these for a longer period of time, have an awesome dividend yield. So having said all that, let's go ahead and see if we can't find a few of these. The first one goes by ticker symbol AINV, Apollo Investment. You can see here this is a very cheap stock, but if we go down to the bottom here, I'm not exactly sure why the dividend yield is not showing up, but this one has a 12% dividend yield, 10 to 12% typically. Let's see if we can't find another stock here to pull up some information. Second one is Harvest Capital, which goes by HCAP. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. Harvest Capital, another, again, cheap stock here, but the dividend yield, look at that, 11%. So an awesome dividend yield for Harvest Capital. Let's take a look at another one here. Goes by the ticker symbol, ABDC, Alcentra. Again, another business development company, 10.4% for this dividend yield here. And you can see here, 52-week low, 8.87. So it's held its value for the most part. And actually, this isn't too volatile, to be quite honest here. Oh, here we go. So here you can see the volatility. It trends down for quite a considerable amount of time. 3, 4, 5, 6 months or so. Comes up and then downtrends, and it's been recovering quite nicely since the beginning of the year here. But again, if you're investors who can't really stomach some of these downturns and upturns and hold on to this for the long term, these are probably not the funds for you. Let's take another look at a capital, or another stock here. Triangle Capital, TCAP. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. A little bit more expensive here, 9.13% dividend yield. And looking at the volatility, you can see this one just over the past day. It's kind of going up and down. Maybe some day trading, high frequency trading there. Over the past year, again, you can see here it trends up, and then you have these, downtrends that last for quite a few months actually, from December all the way through April or so. So again, you're just going to have to hold on to these, even though they lost quite a bit of their value here. Falling from 20 to 15 or so, getting back up into the $20 range, falling again to 18. So quite volatile. Let's take a look at one more here. BKKC. A little bit more well-known development company here. BlackRock Capital Investment. So again, not too bad of a fund. It's got a very high dividend yield. These are very risky. Looking at some of the volatility over the last 3 months, a year, again, you can see these are all very volatile. They trend up and they trend down for quite some time. Trend up and then just kind of fall off the map here, trend up again. So a little bit risky. Again, you can kind of see this as well, up and down throughout the entire cycle here. Overall, it's up a bit here, but quite volatile, quite risky, but awesome dividend yields for these particular funds. So again, these are all funds, what we call business development companies. Again, they can be volatile, but they have awesome yields. And essentially, they're companies for investors. All their profits are essentially siphoned off the company's balance sheet and given to investors in the form of dividends. So yeah, kind of wanted to talk about business development companies today. Just kind of go over my portfolio today. Like I said, not a bad day today. In the green, up about $58 or so. Still down a little bit overall during the week. Last month, again, very volatile, but been making some initial losses back here, up about $75 over the past month or so. So yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today. As always, have been having a lot of fun doing these videos, learning a ton. If you like what I'm doing here, subscribe, leave me a few comments, leave me a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And again, I love having discussions about what you guys are doing, what are some of the things I can change, what you guys see that I'm doing wrong. To be quite frank, anything is open game here. Criticism's fine, what your investment strategies are, what you guys are focusing on. That's really what I want to hear about. I'm a new investor, I love learning about the market, and I'd like to continue doing this. So again, if you like the videos, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up, like, share it with your friends, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow with one of my stock picking videos, which I do every week. So until tomorrow, we'll see you guys later.